Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video on our channel. The terrifying power of floodwaters doesn't just wash away homes and roads, it annihilates bridges we once thought were indestructible. In today's video, get ready to witness some of the most shocking moments when massive bridges are devoured by raging floods in just seconds. Let's dive right in. This is the Kisner Bridge in the southeastern United States. Floodwaters surged after a superstorm swept through, dragging the bridge down into the roaring Nolichucky River. This bridge was located in Brazil. When it collapsed, a major traffic artery was instantly cut off, leaving travelers stranded. Indonesia is no stranger to violent storms and massive floods. This video captures the aftermath of one such disaster: an iron bridge torn apart mercilessly by raging waters. This unbelievable footage was captured in China. Now we're in Puerto Rico. Under the relentless pressure of surging floodwaters, this steel bridge bent like a ribbon. In an instant, the entire bridge was swallowed by the fury of the flood, as if it never existed. This old suspension bridge in Nepal had withstood decades, until now. As the water roared beneath it, the main pillar suddenly tilted, as if yanked by an invisible giant hand. Within seconds, the entire structure was gone, leaving behind nothing but chaos and silence. Now imagine being in the shoes of those two men in Cambodia. Panic, sheer terror, maybe even a hint of disbelief. They're lucky to be alive. This bridge once connected both sides of the Manawatu River in New Zealand. Now, just memories. A night of endless rain turned a peaceful river into a raging beast, tearing out the bridge's foundation completely. This steel frame bridge came under massive stress from the flood and piles of foam trapped underneath it. That buildup may have contributed to its structural failure.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
This looks straight out of a disaster movie, captured in New Zealand's South Island back in 2019. The water rose over 25 feet, currents were fierce, and hurricane-force winds twisted the bridge before it was swept away like a toy. Utterly terrifying. In China, an old bridge collapsed like dominoes after the floodwaters receded, revealing the damage left behind. Water surged up, slamming into the bridge like a wrecking ball.
Zaraz go kurwa porwie.
Steel railings snapped like matchsticks. The surface ripped apart, then vanished into the angry, foaming water.
Tyle ton betonu macie kurwa.
What a terrifying display of raw power.
No wszystkie zabra...
Daqui do esta seita.
Amazing. Oh, God.
This bridge in Walla Walla, Washington didn't fully collapse, but the approach road got torn apart, completely shutting down traffic.
That was good timing. I just turned the camera on. That is our washed out bridge. Holy mackerel.
Same story here in Malaysia. The access roads crumbled away, cutting communities off overnight. And in China again, but this time the damage was far worse than either of the two previous bridges. Caught in the middle of a brown, raging flood, this aging bridge in Cuba couldn't hold out any longer. It finally gave in, with a groan and a splash. Now, this bridge in India is collapsing, but listen to the cheering crowd around it. Seems like they've been waiting for this moment. Maybe they're hoping for a brand new, safer bridge. This sudden collapse in northeast Thailand cut off several villages from the nearby city. When the Shishpur Glacier in Pakistan melted, it unleashed a massive glacial flood that destroyed the Hassanabad Bridge. Tourists were stranded here for days.
Over there, they couldn't get out.
This concrete bridge over the Bakra River in India cost millions of dollars to build, and yet it collapsed in seconds. Worse, it hadn't even been officially opened yet. This footage was recorded in a remote rural area of Peru. At the time, floodwater came crashing down the mountain like a giant monster, engulfing everything in its path. The small suspension bridge barely lasted a few seconds before it disappeared beneath the sludge. Another small bridge, this one crossing the Umatia River, was no match for the raging current. It collapsed under pressure like paper in a flood. At first glance, this bridge might look intact, but take a step closer and you'll see a massive crack with part of the surface already collapsed. One wrong step, and it could all go down. This was filmed in Vietnam. Now get ready, this is nightmare fuel. A bridge in the UK collapses, and the gas pipeline attached to it explodes. One catastrophe triggered another. A massive flood swept away the under-construction Mill Avenue Bridge. Barely built, never finished gone. In Peru, this entire concrete bridge was ripped away by one of the worst floods in recent history. Under crushing pressure from floodwater and driftwood, this wooden bridge buckled, cracked, and collapsed, as if it were snapped by bare hands. This could be straight out of an action movie. A pickup truck races toward a collapsing suspension bridge. A desperate race between man and nature. This was the aftermath of a catastrophic bridge collapse in Peru. All that remains is a mangled tour bus, broken concrete, and the panicked cries of those swept into the flood. Now, here's a bridge in Italy. Or is it a giant waterfall? It's hard to tell. This one in China isn't much different either. It's the kind of moment no one wants to witness. The middle section of a railway bridge was ripped away by floodwaters, leaving the tracks dangling like a deadly trap.
Se va a caer, señores, se cae encima el puente, ¡no! Se acaba de caer, se lleva el puente, Dios mío, lo que acaba de pasar aquí.
This is all that's left of a rural village in India after a brutal flash flood. It looks like the end of the world. In many places, after bridges were washed away, locals had to use ropes and pulleys just to get across the river. A jaw-dropping, heart-pounding scene from India. In a flash, beams shattered, pillars crumbled, and the whole bridge was swept away in nature's fury. Bridges once thought unshakable have bowed to the unforgiving power of nature. Always stay alert. Natural disasters don't send warnings. If you found this video shocking or insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Dum Da!